Miss Christina, is going to talk to us a little bit about packing. All of you should have a packing list in your packet that's provided for you. Yes, we're almost done. So if you go to the third page in your handout, sorry Katie, don't know what happened to your handouts, but there is a packing list. So these are general packing lists, but they still have some specific information. But we just want to make sure that you guys know what to expect when it comes to packing. So I'm going to talk first about some of the requirements. For those of you who haven't traveled as much, maybe you're not aware, so every person can have one 50-pound suitcase. That's where you put the majority of your stuff, and then you can have one carry-on and one personal item. Now, a personal item needs to be something like a purse, a very small backpack, no huge backpacks, nothing like that, or like a little briefcase, something like that. And then the carry-on, there are certain size requirements. So you guys probably know what carry-on is. It's like the littler suitcase. In some trips, I'm going to talk to the 2 Peru trips right now, we do have a weight requirement on carry-on. So for Peru trips, the weight requirement, Rocco's shaking his head, is 17 pounds, okay? So that's not a lot. Every trip, you will be weighing your suitcases before they go on the bus to make sure that they are at that requirement, because we don't want to get to the airport in Atlanta and be, oh, whoops, can't take that, and you have to go without it. So just be aware of that. In this first page here, it does have the size requirements. Please be sure you are checking that. Again, most suitcases are fine, but we just want to make sure that you have the right size and that we don't have any problems in the airport. So like I said, a 50-pound, please do not go over that. Guys, it's just a week. You can do it. 2 weeks, you don't need that much stuff. And just remember that everything you're taking, you're carrying, okay? None of us are going to be carrying it for you, so you don't want to take that much stuff. It's not worth it. Okay, so again, the trips are all a little bit different. For the Peru trips, for the medical trips, especially Peru, we will be wearing scrubs a lot, so you really don't need to bring that much other clothing. Every day in clinics, we wear scrubs. And then just change out in the evenings, different clothes or for touring and stuff like that. I'm going to talk to the Middle Eastern countries now, Morocco, Egypt, and India. I'll talk to you guys later. But Morocco and Egypt, modesty is a huge concern. It's a concern on all of our trips, but especially in the Middle Eastern countries. So Morocco, you guys, especially girls, your shirts need to go down below to like here. So you can wear almost any pants, but your shirts do need to cover the back and the front. So keep an eye out for that at Christmas when you're shopping. We recommend getting like dresses that are supposed to be shorter dresses, but you can wear as shirts. The other thing is it's 3/4 length, so longer. Again, modesty in these countries. For church dresses, it was floor length. So just everything long. Some countries in the Middle East, they won't even let you out of the airport if you are wearing inappropriate clothing. So we just need to be careful with that. Egypt is similar, so just wear super modest things, no low cut tops for any of the trips, no sleeveless. Again, guys, we just really want to, people can tell that you're different already because you're American, and we don't want that to be a bad thing, okay? We want to be a good influence to everyone that we're going to serve. So for India, and girls always have it the worst. So again, the clothing requirements are a little strict, but for India, the first day you guys will go shopping to find culturally appropriate clothing. But again, for Egypt, Morocco, and India, we recommend taking like a light scarf that you can throw over your head if necessary, around your waist, around your top, wherever. So that is something helpful. So again, just read over, and then on the back side of this, there is a checklist. So, again, it says no sleeveless shirts, no shorts. You can wear shorts, but they need to be long, except for the Middle Eastern countries, no shorts unless you're in your rooms going to bed. That's the only way. But the rest, it has to be long Bermuda shorts. We will not let you out of the compound if you're wearing short shorts, because the locals look at you differently. I lived overseas, I lived in South America, and I grew up getting catcalled at and all kinds of stuff, and you get used to it, but it's not fun. So we just try to be super modest and try to avoid that because they will look at you differently. And even in the compounds, if there are locals, we ask that you be very aware and keep up with these rules even on the compounds. So some other
just to make sure, for church, again, modesty. For shoes, do not wear flip-flops like I'm wearing now. Make sure that there is a strap behind the heel. Because people, even when they have few material things like Mr. Earlster was talking about, they still dress up for church. They wear their best. And so we should look nice as well. Few more things. Toiletries, make sure that they are in your checked luggage. If not, you won't have toiletries when you get there. So make sure the rule for the carry-on is 3-1-1. So 3 fluid ounce containers, 1 Ziploc bag, 1 bag per person. Okay, so if that is unfamiliar to you, you can come and ask us more, but that's the rule. Another thing, which comes with a little story that a few of you have heard, but not many, is it's always smart to put clothing in your carry-on. I would recommend putting a couple pairs of underwear, a couple pairs of clothing, because luggage does get lost. My trip to Peru in 2015, 16, 17, half of the group lost their luggage, and it did not arrive. The last person got their luggage a week late. So they were living in Peru for a week without any luggage, and happened to be one of the bigger guys too, so there wasn't much clothes in his size. There's only one other guy who was his size. So we recommend that you throw some extra stuff in your carry-on that's with you all the time, just in case something like that happens to happen to you. Again, hopefully it doesn't, but it is something that comes with international travel. Make sure there's nothing sharp. Hopefully you guys know this. Nothing that TSA will want to take from you. We also recommend, it mentions it in the first page, that something easy and simple to do is if you take a Ziploc bag, you can pack a day's worth of clothing and stuff it in a Ziploc bag and then seal it, like push all the air out of it and seal it. And that's a really easy way to make your suitcase concise, and like then you just take out a bag for the day and open it up and there's your clothes for the day. When you're done, put it in the bag, there's your dirty clothes. So just some simple tips like that. One thing is that I always get cold in airports, I always get cold in airplanes. So even if you're going to a hot country like Peru or Egypt, I recommend that you take a sweater. I take a blanket with me when I travel just because I get cold all the time because the air is always on, and yeah. So that's some simple things. And a lot of us, unfortunately, have very long flights. Both of the crew groups will be likely spending a night in an airport. So I recommend that you take some stuff to sleep. I take like a light sleeping sheet. I should have brought mine, but Walmart has these super awesome, like, it's like a sleeping bag, but it's made out of a sheet. And you can get it for like $8, I think, or less. And they have them at Walmart. Don't all go at once, because college to Walmart does run out of them when it comes close to spring break. But those are super handy. I have laid in the Lima airport all night and slept in my little sheet with my little blanket. So that's handy to have. Also, like if you have a travel pillow, stuff like that, because basically every trip in here is going to be spending a night in the airport, because I looked at all your tickets. So that's just some simple things to do with that. Let's see if there's anything else that needed addressed. As most of you know, the other countries use different voltage and different plugs. So make sure your group sponsor should be sending an email with more specific trip information. So like the plug is different and they'll tell you what plug it is so that you can get adapters. Sometimes you can get adapters there, but we don't like to take that chance. So, and then just make sure you check your phones and your computers, if you take them, that they have the correct like 110, 220, so that you don't fry something, because that's always unfortunate. And then the other thing that isn't fun to talk about and will be addressed more is jewelry. Again, we have to be very careful when we go to other cultures, and so there is no jewelry allowed. And when you board the bus to go to the airport, we will ask you to remove all your jewelry and leave it at home because we don't need it. So again, if you have any questions about that, you can talk to Melissa. You don't have to talk to me about it, talk to Melissa. And, but yeah, that is one thing that we asked. It's not fun for any of us to have to ask you to remove it, so if we just remove it to begin with, then we don't have to have any of those conversations. I just ask that you guys think about this dress code. I know it's not fun, sometimes it's hard, but we're going to serve, and this is just something that comes with that. So I just asked for your cooperation in this. Does anyone have any questions? I know you will be getting more specific information, hopefully in our next training we're having breakout sessions, so you'll talk like in your specific groups about like more what's involved, what do you need, and stuff like that. But does anyone have any questions?
Okay, so all of you will need, please, bring a refillable water bottle on all of your trips. We do not want you to get dehydrated. I'm going to invite Master Michelle Nix to come up. She's going to be talking about some health and vaccines and all of that you will need to know before you go on your trip. But really, we don't want anyone to be dehydrated. I had the unfortunate experience. It was very hypocritical of me. I told everyone, like, you should make sure that you're drinking enough water, make sure you're drinking enough water, and then I didn't. And then I ended up getting dehydrated like 30 hours up the river in Brazil from like any kind of a clinic or a hospital. They threatened to send me by myself to the hospital. We're starting an IV out in the bush. So you don't want to be in those situations and be a burden to the people that you are with. So make sure that you definitely, if you don't have one, get one over Christmas, this refillable water bottle. And again, just wanted to echo what Christina said. When you're on this mission trip, you are representing Southern. The Southern handbook still applies to you, specifically in regards to dress code. And please don't make an issue and get us into some. There's not going to be a power struggle here. If your sponsors or your leaders tell you to change or that you're dressing appropriately, you will change. I don't know if you guys all paid attention, but you did in fact all sign that if you do not follow the rules, that we can send you home. And you can probably guess who's going to pay for that. So you don't want to pay $2,000 for your trip and pay maybe another $1,500, $2,000 to get yourself back on your trip. That's a very expensive way to spend your break and family mission trip costs. So just make sure that we all have accurate expectations. If you are not sure, please come ask somebody, because I'd rather you, that's like a much more respectful way. I've had students ask me like, okay, are my shorts okay? Is this top okay? I'd much rather have that conversation than I catch them at church. And I'm like, what are you thinking? You cannot wear that. So if in doubt, just ask your sponsors. And if you're in doubt, maybe just leave it home. Don't waste the luggage space either. So right now, we're going to have Master Michelle Nix. She has her master's, see? She's a family nurse practitioner. So we're going to have her share about traveler's health. Again, she is the expert. So here we go.